Yeah, I think that a lot of organizations have had kind of old, outdated models of how they teach people. And for example, the classroom model of schools is where most people grew up, and that's how they learned how to learn. But think about how inefficient that is. Classrooms with people lecturing and memorizing things for tests. It just, study after study is showing that that kind of learning just really isn't very effective. And so what corporations need to do is have a new mindset about how we should be learning at work and actually helping people learn as part of their work and part of the flow of work every day, and learn how they actually really like to learn. When I ask most people, how do you learn every day? They say, well, when I go home, I actually watch a YouTube video, or I listen to a podcast on my commute to work, or I read the newspaper, or I read a book. They're learning in all kinds of ways, yet when they go to work, they say, oh no, you can't learn that way. You've got to do it a different way. So imagine that we could actually help people learn at work the way they're actually learning in their real life. And I think that that's where the change needs to happen. And then even more than that, helping people realize learning isn't just about leaving your work and going to the classroom and then coming back and hoping that you're going to apply something that you learned in the classroom on the job. It's like we need to be turning the workplace into a learning place where learning is part of your job, something that you do every day, incorporated in what you do. So if you need to give a big presentation to a meeting or your boss the following week, you shouldn't have to wait for a class in order to learn about presentations. Maybe you look up a video, maybe you find an online edX course or Coursera course or something amazing online. You can do it now because you need to get ready for next week. That's the way companies should be thinking about learning, and quit treating employees like they're not adults, because they are. They're professionals who are actually pretty smart, or you probably wouldn't have hired them. Give them a little credit that they can actually learn what they need to learn on the job if you provide the right environment by which they can actually do that. We need to think about our two sets of skills. One are power skills, and I call them, some people call those soft skills, I call them power skills. Those are those skills that are uniquely human, like emotional intelligence and problem solving, collaboration, those things that machines and computers can't take over. Of course, that doesn't mean that technical skills aren't also important. Those skills like artificial intelligence and data science and cybersecurity, Python programming, those are all really important technical skills, but you'll have to relearn those things because they're changing. Like the half-life of technical skills is like 2 years, so those change quite frequently. The most important skill for the future, though, is learning agility, and that's the curiosity and the motivation to continuously learn and build new skills throughout the entirety of your career.